Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. So I'm running this
Okay.
hotspot, and this is recording. So we're live now on Facebook. Okay. So let me put that one there, and then this is going to be for the tube. Hi everyone, just hang tight. We're just trying to get all our technologies sorted, so you can go live on your
Instagram.
Instagram.
What's your Instagram? This is the
Yeah, that's
Instagram.
Instagram.
Can I put it sideways maybe?
That's not Instagram. That's your
Yeah,
camera.
no, but
Oh,
side on Instagram.
I don't know.
Instagram cannot, yeah.
I don't know. Does anyone know? Can we do lives on Instagram portrait? Questions? No.
Maybe not. Okay, I just asked to be okay.
Yeah. Because this one we're going to be
Okay.
posting after.
That's right. We're posting on Instagram anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. We're back.
We're back. We got our technology working, hopefully. Um, oh, Cowgirl's just coming up to join the
Oh, dropped her
discussion,
ball.
dropping us her ball in the process.
Thomas, you want to come up here?
I mean,
Thomas, you want to be it up?
Cowgirl wants to be.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so we're live with the bobbers. Here's the bobbers.
Uh-oh.
There's the baby girl's ball.
Okay, here
How
we
much is
go.
down there? Okay.
So what is send a request? How you do that?
What they want to be in the live.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what that means. Though.
What do you mean be in the
It'll
live?
it'll split screen and they'll be in there.
Oh, no sense, yeah.
Yeah. Cowgirls
Okay.
left the live. Okay.
Hey, from Mexico, what's up?
So we're coming to you live from here in Japan, sitting on our couch, and we thought it would give you guys an update on how things are here, how we're going, and bits and pieces we're hearing about COVID-19 that's going on.
Yeah, we wanted to do a live because what's happening in throughout the world when we're watching on the news and talking with family and friends in Hawaii and what's happening here in Japan is like totally two different things. And we wanted to go live to let, people know. Hold into the Japanese.
You want to do a
Should I
separate
say?
Japanese one?
Yeah, we should do a separate Japanese one.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so we do this one all in English. But dogs are good. So yeah, so like as you guys know in the states and everything, it's all on lockdown and everything. A lot of states, Hawaii's just went on lockdown where you can't leave your house. All non-essential businesses are closed. Mm. And it brings us to Japan that everything is pretty normal. The businesses are operating. The people are out in the town. It's gotten so lax that they're thinking of opening up schools soon, yeah?
Yeah, in April they're looking at opening up the schools.
And even the convenies and the stores they have toilet paper. The masks is the only thing that's still not there, but um, it's kind of going to normal. So we wanted to do this one in English to let you guys know what's happening in Japan because we live here, and I was gonna do it in Japanese later to let the Japanese people know because I kind of want to inform them on what's going on. Yeah, I heard
Mm.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, they said
Pittsburgh,
closed.
no,
Yeah.
no BJJ.
Yeah, my gym closed down 2 weeks ago, three
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah. 2 weeks ago, the
Yeah,
gyms have closed.
so we closed it out of responsibility
Yeah.
to the students and to pretty much just the whole pandemic case.
But that's the thing, not all gyms are closed. So ours is closed, but there's still a lot of gyms around Japan that aren't closed and are still training like it's normal.
Yeah, so what we're afraid of is what I'm thinking is one, because they just postponed the Olympics today or yesterday,
Yeah.
and I think because Japan's already a community that likes to hide the numbers.
My husband is a bioenvironmental
Biosafety.
also here.
So yeah, so because they wanted to keep the Olympics, I think Japan as a society already hides the numbers on this kind of bad news. They like to hide bad news. They don't take bad news well, Japan. And because of, especially because of the Olympics, they wanted to continue with the Olympics, so they didn't want to report the numbers. I'm sure the numbers are going to probably skyrocket when they finally announce it. Japan, you know how they have like a mandatory stay at home? Japan is like a suggestion now. So they're mentioning it to the people and they're suggesting that they stay home. No one's listening, no one's complying.
That's the operative word there, being suggesting. So they're not imposing a lockdown like the rest of the world or other countries. They're actually just suggesting and hoping that people comply. It's kind of the words they're using.
So they're playing down the severity. There's a thought that Japan's a lot cleaner. They wash their hands a lot. They use masks a lot, but still, it's a precaution that we have to take. So, like yesterday, 2 days ago, the K1 actually went through with their event. It's really unfortunate because I think it's really irresponsible for the K1 promoters because the country, Japan as a whole, asked them to stop. See, so the country should demand them to stop, but the country's asking them to not go along with the postpone the event. Um, Even Saitama Super Arena took the responsibility trying to ask K1. I mean, I guess legally they couldn't just ban them if the country doesn't stop it. So they asked K1 to stop the event and they'll return all the money. Absolutely no percentage taken out. And K1 refused. Or K1 insisted on going on with the event.
And that's
So
what's been interesting is some of the articles from like Japan Today is they've been slamming K1 for continuing with the events, because I think there were 6,500 people that attended that event, and that amount of people in a small confined area is just. I mean, we were talking about how in Thailand at Rajadamnern, was it Lumpini
rather
Rajadamnern?
than
Yeah, is responsible, that one of those events is responsible for a spike in the numbers, because of the people that attended that fight event. So it's really unfortunate, um, that Japan isn't taking heed of warnings from other countries and what's happening around the world.
yeah, so we're afraid of people not probably getting tested because they're not taking it seriously.
Mm.
Japan hiding numbers. And I'm predicting in the next couple weeks, or even in sometime during this week, that everything's going to go crazy in Japan. We know, as we know from living here, Japan are panic people. So if at the sign of the first major disaster or something, they'll raid all the shelves. So we're predicting that canned goods, everything, when they properly address how serious this is, the Japanese people are going to buy everything out. So
Mm.
we're slowly buying a little bit of tuna, um,
Rice.
yeah, the stuff that doesn't perish very fast. So we're loading up on that, taking our precautions. We're keeping the social distancing, practicing that. Yeah, so we're pretty much taking the precautions because we're from the states. We're understanding from the world reports, New Zealand, America, everywhere. We're realizing how serious this is,
Mm.
and not just for ourselves or the people surrounding us or dogs. And just being responsible as human beings to stop this pandemic. We're
Mm.
deciding to do all the things that we can.
Yeah. So we are self isolating. Where we are located is out of the city. So we're out in one of the suburbs, and it's semi country, where we live. So we're lucky that we are isolated. We're also spending time in kind of distancing ourselves from our friends and stuff here too. um, so people have asked if they can come see us and stuff, but we're politely letting them know no. Um, you know, we're not being rude about it, but I think it's really important, um, to take these precautions.
And we're only doing things that are essential. Like we went to the market to buy some food,
Mm.
and yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
we're
Just
pretty
been
much
to the
staying in the house,
market.
staying in the yard, doing a lot of gardening.
Yeah.
But also another thing I wanted to point out was K1 is had a bad rap for doing what they're doing, and I don't blame them. It's irresponsible. Also, we're about this coming weekend, I think they're having
The
another
crush.
K1 event
Mm.
going on with it. Uh, and see, K1's not taking any type of precautions. It's just straight up having the event like nothing's happening. So is also concerts and plays. They're still going on with everything. Japan. It's pretty amazing. And the thing I wanted to bring up now is the Shuto event. Shuto event on the this week Sunday.
Yes.
There's a Shuto event. Tamashi, turn
Tam-
around.
Tamashi's joining the Tamashi's joining the discussion.
Oh, I got it there.
Let's turn all our cameras around.
Hey, Tamashi. Okay, well, so if the camera falls, it's Tamashi. Oh,
Tamashi's
there he
joining the
is.
discussion.
He's good. He's
Hey, my
laying down.
boy. Bernie's down here.
But
Cowgirl's
anyway,
down there.
as far as the Shuto event, on the Shuto event, I called out of responsibility for myself as a fighter and ex-Shuto champion. I called Sakamoto, the promoter, and I asked him if there's a possibility for him to stop um, the event. Um, he see the thing with Sakamoto is really kind of makes me have second thoughts about, or not second thoughts, but it kind of has a little dilemma on whether he's doing right or wrong. Is he's really thinking of the fighters. He's saying that the fighters have, you know, been cutting weight, and it's 3 days before the
Mm.
fight, and so he's going to go on because of the for the fighters. I disagree still, but I appreciate the precautions that he's going to take. One, he's going to they're using extra sanitizing the whole um, arena. They're going to have they've already ordered and got in thermometers to check all the every single fan that comes in. They're also going to supply masks for people that don't have masks. Um, of course, yes, there's people that are symptomless that are still able to um, pass on the virus. So he said he's gonna for that he's gonna limit only people that are with the fighters, so only the fighters' family and friends,
Mm.
which is kind of hard to control. But and he's also said he's gonna limit it to about 300 spectators. Where Korakuen can fit what 1,600?
I think
Yeah,
something like
can
that.
fit quite a lot. Um, so that's the situation with Chuto. So I'm worried about you know fighting being blamed for the spread. You know, like Thailand right now is a big thing where the Muay Thai is in blame for a lot of the spread of the rise in numbers in Thailand, and I'm afraid that because of K1, it's going to channel with Shutos running their event too, and they're going to be looked on and frowned upon as irresponsible promotions.
It's just people are just going to, especially the general public, they're just going to look at fighting as fighting. So it doesn't matter if it's MMA or kickboxing. Like they'll just kind of class every like fighting events. So fighting will get a bad rap
Oh, Bobby Rodriguez, what's up?
because these
Holy shit!
promotions aren't being
Okay,
responsible.
or one of the guys we played racquetball with. Holy crap! How you doing, man? But anyway, yeah. So Shuto, I suggested and I strongly suggested to Sakamoto to put out a press release at least to let the people know that they are taking precautions and they're taking it serious. But for the fighters, they're going along. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it out in time. It's only 3 days, but it is irresponsible. But it's not just total irresponsibility. Shuto Sakamoto is actually taking into consideration the situation. He's not thinking that it's nothing. He's actually thinking of the fighters and trying to do what's best by being responsible and taking care of the fighters. But it's easy for me to sit on the side and say stop the event when I have no money invested in it. He also said that if he has to cancel this event, there's a possibility that Shuto might shut down and he might not even be able to run the next event. So that's understood. So I guess taking into consideration, I just jumped to the gun that that's irresponsible. But well, the K1 thing is a little different because also I don't think you know yet, but when Saitama Super Arena told K1, asked K1 to stop and they'll refund all their money for the event. K1 actually threw it back at Saitama Super Arena and said, if you guys want us to stop our event, pay us $1 million.
Whoa.
So, yeah. So they said they want $1 million and they'll stop the event. So I guess $1 million almost is what they probably would lose on the event. So they'll stop it if they can be reimbursed for it by Saitama Super Arena, which is crazy.
Mm.
So it just kind of shows you why they're getting a lot of bad rap from the press. The ex-promoter, which is now also partially involved with K1, Ishii Kancho, he tweeted on his Twitter that people need to understand that K1 can't make that decision on its own because of the TV sponsors, and you know they're the people that should be able to make. I mean, they have a lot of pressure from those people, so the decision isn't just K1 alone. So that's cushioning the bad reputation of K1. So it's real hard, So I don't know. Yes, I mean I want to jump to conclusions and say that it's super irresponsible, it's bad, and talk shit about them. But until you're really in that seat and doing what they're doing, and losing the money and possibly um, the event, the whole promotion itself might go out of business. It's hard to really judge. So, but yeah, so our whole thing here is Japan. Japan is scarily running like normal. I mean, if we go to the supermarket right now, there's going to be the normal amount of people that was in the supermarket on, what is it, Wednesday today? Tuesday?
It is Wednesday today.
So Wednesday, if it was like last year Wednesday, on the same month, same date, and it was last year, we probably have the same amount of people there. So that's what's really like kind of crazy.
It is a worry. And people in general, people in Japan aren't even concerned about it. There's a few people that are kind of worried that they kind of understand what's happening around the world, and they can see things are going to get bad for Japan. But there's also a large group of people that aren't too concerned about what's going on here in Japan, which is that's a scary one.
There's a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, that's the situation in Japan. You guys have any questions? We're doing okay. It is crazy. I mean, the trains in Japan are exactly the same. I heard it's a little more empty.
They're discouraging people. That's the thing. So they're discouraging people from rush hour traffic and commuting, trying to commute at different times. But people still have to, because companies and stuff are still open, they still have to get to work. So essentially nothing's changed. They're a little bit emptier, but people are still catching trains to work. So yeah, some people have stopped.
Yeah, so it has. I think we haven't been on the train, so we don't really can't say for sure. But we heard from a friend that it was empty at one time. But basically, we drive around and look around, and we watch it. If I flip through the news just now, there's not one station talking about the virus.
Yeah.
There was one that was talking about something about it as far as the stocks, but I mean, you go to CNN or Fox News and you look at all the news, it's all about the virus. So
yeah,
it's a little different here.
And so I'm keeping an eye on a lot of the media online as well. So even the Japan local news, that's where I got the people talking about how the trains are a little emptier, but they're still pretty much functioning like normal. And also, in I think it was Japan Today was reporting that they actually do have a COVID-19 or a coronavirus task force that's advising the government, but the government is ignoring the recommendations that they're giving. So that's what's really concerning. They actually do have experts, but nobody's listening.
So it's the government pretty much
So
shutting everything
yeah.
down. So yeah, I'm in Japan, answering to questions now. Yeah, Japan has the largest population, population.
Italy's the second, so that was some of the concerns too. So Italy has the second largest, the world's oldest population per capita. Japan's actually has the oldest population per capita, and even smoking, I think. So China has a large smoking population, but Japan is worse than China in terms of people that smoke, males. Okay, let's have a look in our Facebook.
Ethnic groups in Japan. Yeah, there's yeah, they have that ethics, a work ethic. Yeah. So like our friend Jumanji has a real estate company. He's still going into the real estate company. Of course, he's within
Yeah.
his workers. It's not a huge crowd, but he's still working. So they haven't had a lockdown of only essential businesses. So like I said, the business are running as normal.
So Terry M. Ham, lockdown here outside Houston, Texas tonight at midnight.
Oh,
We're
Houston
doing
too.
online classes.
Wow.
Right.
Even Egan's daughter Tia had to go home from New York
Yeah.
and doing
Yeah.
online classes now too.
And actually, New York. So I have a friend from New York that originally from New Zealand, and her boss actually sent her home to New Zealand because they said that that's the best place for her to be during this crisis. So it's nice to see some responsible employers taking care of their staff.
Government offering to help bills? No, not yet. Not in Japan.
Yeah.
How did you like Sapporo? I love Sapporo. I have a big family base in Sapporo, so oh here, this is a good one for Destiny Forever. I have a site destinyforever.com. I canceled my trip in April, so I can't open up the shop. And yes, I am completing orders. So if you guys want to order, go on the website destinyforever.com. We can still fill your orders. We can do customs. Just contact us there at the email. Yeah.
Yeah. Disney Forever orders at gmail.com. Also, I'm looking at possibly ways to set up a schedule online so people can Skype. So I can Skype call, or we can Skype call with people if people wanted to like schedule appointments and custom bracelets that way. So it would be like you're lining up bracelets in person, but we're doing it virtually. So it'll be real time, but it'll be over Skype.
So here in California, you're only allowing one purchase per category. That's good, man.
Well, that's a good way to control.
That's good. That's good. Okay, we got Tamashi here trying
Tamashi's
to get
trying to-
into the live. Okay, I like to spread the crazy. Yeah, I can imagine. Like Josie just said, it would go crazy. The spreading on the train would be so perfect for it to spread.
Yeah,
Walk
that's confined spaces, not
one
ventilated very
person
well.
walking in the train with coronavirus, and 300 walking out with it. Denver is a shelter in place, and all non-essential places are closed. Wow, that's good. You can be in Denver. You can be fined 1K if you out in the public.
Wow.
That's what they should do. You know, you wish people would just comply on their own. But where you been visiting in Japan? Now you're flying in now. I recommend probably postponing the trip till next month or the following month.
And actually, right now, they're imposing a 14-day quarantine period for people that are arriving in Japan. So if you're flying in now, just be aware of that's happening.
If you have any cold symptoms or flus, you're gonna go straight to a quarantine hotel.
Yeah.
So, and you know the thing with that, flying into Japan like soon, you know how this COVID-19 case, this whole thing changes by the day. We never know. Now that the Olympics is canceled, things might come out more upfront in Japan. We never know in the next 2 or 3 days or even a week. This might be a huge change in how they're going to handle this. So
Yeah.
I'd really advise on, especially now most of the airlines giving you like a credit. I would change the trip.
Yeah.
Pentagon released article today expecting pandemic to be months before improving. Ooh, man.
Oh, that's something that really surprised me too. So the governor of Tokyo is referring to this still as an epidemic, which kind of downplays how the severity of this is. It's actually classified as a pandemic right now internationally, but the Tokyo governor, is still referring to it as an epidemic.
Or he made an English mistake.
She.
Or
the
she made an English mistake. Yeah. So
if the translator, that's
don't
really bad.
don't quote us on that.
Yeah.
The government screwed up because they're thinking that it's an epidemic, not a pandemic, because that could be a translating problem. So.
Somebody call crew Art. Oh, Art. So Art is one of our Thai family who actually has coronavirus. He's in hospital in Thailand at the moment.
It's one of the fighters from Santian. Art, somebody mai? Get better, Art. Take care, Art. Keep training.
So just to fill you guys in, so we've got Instagram Live, we've got we're recording so we can upload to our YouTube channel over here, and we've got our Facebook live going over here. So if you see us changing our attention, it's because we're trying to look at all three cameras.
Okay, so yeah, in Japan, you're not going to be able to get tested unless you have a like huge bad symptoms. If you don't have symptoms, they're not going to test you. Period.
I think it was like a 2-day waiting period if you have a fever for 2 days.
Yeah, so you got to have the fever for 2 days,
Mm.
even if you feel shitty.
Yeah.
So Japan is really not on the ball right now. So it's pretty worrisome. So Boston, somebody said Boston is going to be a lockdown soon. Yeah, we'll stay safe. In England, my brother has been told that he won't be taking his school finals. Whoa. They were graded from how they thought they would have done. Whoa, that's scary. What if your whole grade depended on the final? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Where are the dogs? The dogs are right here. I'll let you guys see them. Here's Tamashi just on the coast. Bernie and Cowgirls
patrolling
patrolling the
outside.
yard. So
Yeah.
that's where the dogs are. Good stuff. Big hit. It's good stuff. They were hit. They were a big hit. Oh,
All the bombers.
yeah.
So, Josie, public school closed till April 30th.
Yeah, and you know
Wow.
what, Josie, the Japan school is going to be opening soon.
Yeah, on April 1st, I
They're
think.
going to
we're looking
reopen.
at. Mhm.
Crazy.
Daniel Alexander here on Facebook. Washington went to lockdown today. Wow.
Wow. In Denmark, it's a few euros for one hand sanitizer and 95 euros for two. Whoa, what is that?
People trying to control. Try to control
Oh,
bottom
I see. That's
kind
good.
of smart.
That's good.
It
That's
is kind
good.
of smart.
Oh, this
to
Russian.
discourage.
Russian, I can't read Russian. Sorry.
Hey,
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
We don't do that, yeah, so we don't know.
Yeah. So, Mami-chan. Mami-chan genki.
Mommy! Mommy, Yokohama desho. Oh, mommy, I gotta add her. I think it's 3 days till you get tests. I think Josie, I think there's two things there. One, you get tested in a local clinic in Hawaii. And if you're tested positive, it's called presumptory positive.
Presumptive.
Positive. So they're not going to change into a positive until they send it to the CDC, and then they get the confirmation from them. I guess the labs in Hawaii isn't that guaranteed yet to get the accurate test.
Mm.
Also, I think I was notified after you send it out to the CDC, it takes 3 to 4 days.
Ethan Scold. There's new tests that take a few hours.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so we got all our questions done?
I think so.
Yep.
And so the state in New Zealand's just gone to level 4 lockdown. So as of midnight tonight, all schools are closed. Non-essential businesses, so similar to Hawaii. So, and I think Britain's the same. The UK is the same. Genki da yo. Yokohama iru yo.
近いじゃん。でも、マミちゃん、この病気の問題全部終わるまで、ちょっと我慢しましょうね。このコロナの問題は、ウイルスが終わったらまた会いましょう。
I was just getting ready to place an order before this went down. Should I wait now?
No, you can order.
You can still place orders now.
In fact, this is the best time to order because now we're home all day, so we can fill orders and take care of everything right now. So order if you want.
Nathan Piano. I had my test in 24 hours. Wow.
Wow, cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, so just everyone listen to the protocols, stay safe. Please practice the social distancing. Wash your hands, all that stuff. There's also another one that you drink hot water, keep drinking liquids so it washes it down to your stomach. Go look it up. Be careful, take care of yourself, because the better you take care of yourself, the better you're taking care of the world, man.
Yeah. I was just talking to my mum in New Zealand too, and so she's going to be, I know there's a lot of people looking after our elderly, our kaumātua, and one way, I was kind of worried about that personally, so because my mum has pretty bad asthma and she's had pneumonia before, So she's would be considered high risk. She's a really chronic asthmatic. So I'm worried about her trying to help other people and in the process getting sick. But she's also told me that the way they're going to be helping people, or she's going to be helping people, is it's become common practice to get the supplies and just drop them off on the doorstep or at the gate of people's houses. That way there's no interaction still. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And also she'll be thinking the mic, really.
Oh, shit.
You're going to get some T-Rexes on the mic. And also we're also doing is Ensign's mixed alcohol and peroxide.
Yeah, my mom told me that's the best way to kill the virus.
Yeah, so alcohol and peroxide in a bottle. And what we're doing is I'm still ordering packages online for supplements and whatnot. So when we get them, even from Amazon, we're spraying the boxes down. I mean, maybe the virus isn't even alive, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. So we're just spraying those down.
Whenever we go out to even the convenience store, the supermarkets, when we get home, we spray our hands.
Yeah.
Ocean Dream looks beautiful. Yeah, if you want it, you better order it because we're low on the Larimar. So order it now if you need to. 1 for 2, Professor, Guardian Angel, or retirement bracelet. Depends what properties you want.
Do we still have retirement?
Yeah, I think retirement bracelet might be we're out of the beads for that. So I guess that answers your question, Guardian Angel.
The dogs do have their own Instagram page.
What is it called?
It's at thebubbas.btc. So you'll see us tag the page sometimes in some of the Bubbas posts. So it's thebubbas.btc. Bernie Tamashi Cowgirl. All right.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. How's everything going in San Diego, Barrett? How's everything with you guys? How's Rie-san?
Oh, somebody ordered my book right on. Book 2 is in the editing process right now, so I'm doing the first checks of the editing of the book, so you're welcome. Outdone A.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Talk a little about us.
Yeah, maybe I will next time. Maybe I'll do something on that. Yeah, Hawaii Five was a great experience. The cast, everyone, casting to fitting to everything. Awesome people.
We're shut down. Ria's doing great. Oh, that's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Crispin, how goes Cedar Bags? So far, that's something that I'm kind of working on while we're in quarantine, and
it's going on. Well,
as
you know, China's back in business.
Yeah. Now the Chinese economy is gonna boom.
Here in Brazil, the coronavirus starting to hit hard. So we are entering lockdown. Wow, Brazil too. This is unreal how it's going over the whole world.
You too, Michelle. How's things over there, Michelle? I heard a couple states on the east coast of Australia have shut down too. How are you guys going? Oh, Barrett's friend, Nick the Tooth, has been battling the virus.
Oh shit, Nick. Yeah, he has his own podcast too, Nick the Tooth. I think. Book 2, we're looking at the end of this year.
Michelle, so Melbourne, it's nuts. Are you guys on lockdown there, Michelle?
Nathan. Yeah, I think San Diego's in, what's that? Australia.
Australia, Michelle's, Reeves is on.
Hey, Hobson.
So I'm gonna, we're recording this live. We've got live on Instagram, Facebook, and the middle camera is the we're recording for YouTube. So I think I'm just gonna upload this live unedited onto our YouTube as well.
Oh, Nick the Tooth. I'm gonna try to check it out, Barrett.
The economy downfall is worse. So many people have no work now. Stage 1, nearly stage 2.
Whew, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Josie just said, I think a lot of people have it but don't know it. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what's scary. That's why social distancing is so important, because you can be symptomless. You can be spreading it and not even know it.
Hobson, thanks for being a fan.
Only essential businesses open now.
That's how it should be. That's how I think even Japan should be like that right now, but it's not. So.
Yeah.
Brazil. I haven't been to Brazil for forever. Up Hubson. Base Okinawa. How's Okinawa? I wonder. Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder. Okinawa's probably like Japan, right? There's not much. Oh, then again, Okinawa has a good, strong presence of the U.S. base. So maybe the people are hearing other news from the U.S. base. So hopefully they're being really safe or safer than here. I'm in Saitama or near Tokyo. Yeah, Josie. How are you feeling, Josie?
Bye, Chris.
You need a real man to tackle Korra. What? You need a real man to tackle. Nobuhiko Takara is not going to run from the
Tsunami watch
virus.
issued for the state of Hawaii after 7.8 magnitude earthquake.
Whoa.
Whoa, that just came in the notifications.
Oh yeah, the bracelets, yeah, the sanitizer.
Oh.
I have a machine that actually from the light, yeah.
Yeah.
It sanitizes the bracelet. So whenever I go out, I always just put it in there and just sanitize it.
Bye, Michelle.
Or you can make that Reina. You can make the
Hinato.
Hinato. You can make the mixture we have. It's a spray. It's in a spray bottle with a little bit of peroxide and then alcohol, and you just spray it. You can just spray the bracelets with that and then disinfect it. Sunsuke Nakamura. Yeah, I know Nakamura-san. He was one of my. He used to train at the wrestling school that I trained at when I was gonna fight Randy. All right, Josie's feeling better. Yeah, Hobson, come down to Japan. All right, Hobson, I'll follow you after get off of this. Okay,
All
are
right.
we good?
I think we're good. We'll keep in touch with you guys. We'll maybe do another live in a little bit as things develop. We're going to do one in Japanese now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. So you'll
Ciao.
see Instant jump back on and address people in Japan now.
Japanese. No, Japan is not on lockdown. That's why we made this.
Right. If you're at the end of this and you want to watch, like, join in the discussion, I'm going to be uploading it on our YouTube, and then I'll post links to our social media so you guys can join our discussion and see what we're talking about.
Did you
Okay,
call your
everybody.
mom, Josie, make sure she's okay? Okay, signing off. Ciao.
All right. Bye, everybody.
We gotta do that more, yeah.
What? Live?
Yeah.